He raised his glass and smiled as though he'd built an empire alone. My sons, I owe everything to them. My daughter, paused, feigned a sentimental laugh, never quite fit. The audience chuckled, clapped. My mother forced a smile. I stood and I handed him the box. When he opened it, his hands trembled. The laughter died. Then he screamed raw, guttural, the sound of a man watching his throne burn. That's when I spoke. Calm, steady, ready. He was my father, my teacher, my example. I spent my childhood trying to earn his nod. My brothers got it freely. The clap on the back, the proud smile. Me, I got silence. Correction, at best indifference. Still, I fought for him. I studied his business late into the night. I stayed quiet when he dismissed me in boardrooms. I swallowed humiliation when clients mistook me for an assistant. Every insult, every slight. I carried it like a soldier carries orders. But loyalty has limits, and he crossed mine the day I discovered what he had been hiding. It started with a whisper. Numbers in the accounts didn't line up. A shipment recorded but never received. I followed the trail. At first, I thought it was incompetence. Then I saw the shell companies, properties in other names, a hidden ledger that didn't just hold transactions. It held evidence. Evidence of laundering, of bribes, of crimes that could topple everything he built. He wasn't just a cold father. He was a criminal. A coward hiding behind the illusion of legacy. And worse, he had funneled everything to my brothers. I wasn't written into the future at all. My inheritance wasn't silence. It was erasure. That was his betrayal. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I sharpened my silence into a blade. Piece by piece I gathered. Contracts, bank statements, fake signatures. I traced every lie back to him. No one saw me coming. No one ever does when you've spent your life invisible. Then I built my own empire in secret. Quiet investments, discreet partnerships, a network that didn't carry his name, it carried mine. The day I realized I didn't need his recognition was the day I decided to take his crown. Not through begging, not through tears, but through strategy. First, I exposed him silently. A whisper here, a leak there. Competitors suddenly had leverage. Clients pulled away. My brothers scrambled, but the ground was already splitting beneath their feet. Then I made my move. I took his partners, the ones who trusted his charm, and showed them the truth hidden in his books. They didn't argue. They defected. One by one, contracts shifted hands. He didn't even see it. Not until it was too late. The empire he thought unshakable was mine. And now here he stood at his retirement party, his sons beside him, his loyal board applauding, his daughter invisible once again until I handed him the box. Inside the original ledger, every crime, every falsified record, every betrayal he thought buried. He screamed because it knew what it meant. That ledger wasn't just a book. It was a death sentence for his career, his reputation, his legacy. And while he screamed, I spoke. I've already filed copies with the authorities. The board has resigned. The partners have transferred. You're done, and the company? I looked around the stunned room, my voice cutting through the silence. Is mine. He tried to stand, but his legs shook. He looked at my brothers, desperate, but they stayed frozen, pale. He looked at me, really looked at me, for the first time in years. But this time I didn't need his recognition, because I had replaced him. Not as a daughter begging for approval, but as the heir he never wanted, the heir who took everything. When I walked off the stage, applause didn't follow. Silence did, a heavy, stunned silence. But it was enough. I didn't want their clapping. I wanted his crown. And I had it. He built an empire out of power and arrogance. I rebuilt it with patience and precision. He screamed. I smiled. Because in the end, the daughter who never quite fit became the only one who belonged.